Hey everyone, it's Rick Carson and we're at the beautiful Make Believe Studios. And for today's Microphone Monday, I want to talk to you about the differences between AKG C414s and also really all microphones and everything in audio in general. So, there's a lot of misconceptions about an AKG C414. Is it incredibly bright? Are they dark microphones? Are they really good on cymbals? Let's talk about that a little bit. The original C414 came from the lineage of the C12 microphone, and it uses a brass capsule C12, CK12 capsule. And it is a bright microphone. It is very airy. It has a solid low end, but it is definitely on the shinier side of things. That microphone was then changed around this time period of the P48, which then turned into the BULS, and these microphones had nylon capsules in them. This one has actually been changed to have a brass capsule in it, but it stays the same. Really, these microphones inherently are darker microphones than this microphone. And as the C414 has progressed, they continued that with having a dark microphone that followed the lineage of the BULS microphones and a brighter microphone that came back in the form of these. And I'll show up some photos in the video here as long as some model numbers and names, because to be honest, they get confusing and I don't know all of them. When it comes to all of these things in audio, I like to think of audio like I like to think of guitars. There's the Les Paul and there's the Stratocaster. A microphone like this is much more of a Stratocaster. It's airy, chimey, it's a little bit thinner than something like this or a U47, but it's definitely going to shine through on what it brings to the high end of the spectrum. A microphone like the BULS or this, P48 here, microphones like this, they tend to fall into the Les Paul category of things for me. And it's the same when I think of all of these things as a general company. These microphones here, AKG microphones in general, these are Stratocasters versus the Neumann's Les Pauls as far as how they deal with low end and how much body they have to the sound. I really think that it's one of those things where if you spend enough time with all of your equipment, you'll be able to start throwing things into categories. And for you, they may not be Stratocaster and Les Paul, but for me, they definitely are. And I could have two tube screamers sitting here in front of me, and one of them could be a Stratocaster and one of them could be a Les Paul. For everything, there is bright and there is dark. When I think about something like an equalizer, for example, there are things like the Sontec, for example, that really shine on the high end. And I think something like the Paultec may have wonderful high end, but a Paultec is a Les Paul compared to the Sontec Stratocaster, just because of the way that it deals with low end and how it presents low end information to you. So with that, for our Microphone Monday, I want to say that all of these microphones are great. I really love this one on particular vocals. I also really love it on things like acoustic guitars, and we've used them on overheads, particularly, this microphone itself has a ding in it right there from our good buddy Alex in the band A Day to Remember, who, we utilized this set of microphones, these two C414s, as the overhead microphones for his record. If you ever have a chance to pick up some microphones like these, AKG C414s with brass capsules, I highly suggest you do it. If you can't, grab some P48s, grab some BULSs. They're relatively inexpensive on the market right now, and they sound wonderful. They also take EQ incredibly well. This series of microphone from AKG is one of my favorite things to throw through a Paultec or a Sontec and just crank the crap out of the top end. You can almost add no top end to something like this. You have to pull it out because of how much is there, where this is really smooth and you can just add it for days. So I hope that helps. And if you have any questions or you want to talk about AKG microphones or microphones in general, please let us know. Have a great day.